Marga Minko, born on 31st March, was a Dutch journalist and writer. Her real surname was Menko, but an official accidentally switched the first vowel. She was born in Ginneken to an Orthodox Jewish family. She grew up in a family of 5 in Breda. Unlike her sister, brother, and parents, she went into hiding during World War II. She was the only member in her family who survived the Second World War. Her mother, father, brother, his fiancée, her sister, and her husband were all deported to the concentration camp. In 1957, she published her first book, The Bitter Herb, the laconic and devastating story of a young girl who escapes through a back door when her family was arrested and ultimately discovered that she had lost everyone close to her. The book was a great success at home and abroad. In the year 2005, she was awarded the prestigious Constantin-Huygens Prize. Another famous work of hers was the book An Empty House. In 2018, she won the P.C. Hooft Prize, one of the most important Dutch literary awards. The jury praised her as the author of a modest and intensely powerful body of work. The jury said, without psychologizing, without restoring to pathos or pretension, she enables us to understand and fully engage with an inconceivable reality. In Dutch literature, no author is as closely associated with the process of coming to terms with World War II as Marga Minko. She used unemotional tone in her writings to describe the gruesome fate suffered by Jews who went into the hiding. Now, the introduction to the story. War brings destruction, pain, and loss of lives, which impact humans in various ways. Soldiers and civilians both suffer during the time of war. Women and children suffer unspeakable atrocities in particular. The widespread trauma caused by the suffering of the people creates extensive emotional and psychological stress. Wars have long-term effect on the economy of the particular country that's involved in the war. The story is about the human predicament that follows any war. This story speaks about the narrator and her mother's life, how they were disrupted by war. This is a moving story that gives a poignant account of a daughter who goes in search of her mother's belongings after the war in Holland. When she finds them, the objects evoke memories of her earlier life. The story tells us how the author had the courage to leave things behind as she realized that those things would linger in her heart forever. The story reflects on the redemption of the past and moving on to lead a normal life. The story revolves around the crisis that the author had to face in her daily life due to war. Through the protagonist of the story, the author expressed her pain that she suffered during World War II. Being Jewish, the author's family was taken to the concentration camp by the Germans, but having escaped arrest herself, she spent the rest of the war in hiding and was the family's only survivor. A striking feature of the story is the sheer ease with which the author has portrayed a multiple of emotions, right from betrayal to melancholy and everything in between. In fact, the story brings to light that as soon as we accept something and move on in life, the better we are bound to feel. Accepting something not only makes us feel better, it also helps us to concentrate on the opportunities that might come our way in future. That's all. Thank you.